Let me guess. You checked your bank account recently, and you didn't recognize the number staring back at you. Not because it was huge, because it was confusing. You thought you had more. You felt like you hadn't spent that much. You can remember a few purchases, groceries, gas, maybe takeout, but somehow your balance dropped way more than expected. And you're sitting there thinking, where did it actually go? If that question has ever crossed your mind, you're not bad with money. You're untracked. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. My name is David, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people lose money without realizing it. If you're someone who earns money consistently but has no clear picture of where it's actually going, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Everyone talks about budgeting, but almost nobody talks about tracking. Budgeting is planning, tracking is reality, and reality always wins. Most people try to budget before they track. That's backwards. It's like trying to lose weight without knowing what you eat. Tracking isn't restriction. Tracking is awareness. According to consumer spending research from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household spends tens of thousands of dollars per year, yet surveys consistently show that a large percentage of people cannot accurately estimate their own monthly spending. Not off by a little, off by hundreds, sometimes thousands. Here's what most people don't realize. Financial confusion doesn't come from overspending. It comes from unseen spending. Now, you might be thinking, David, I tried tracking. I just couldn't stick with it. Look, that's not a discipline problem. That's a system problem. Most expense tracking methods fail because they're complicated, time-consuming, app-dependent, perfection-focused. And when something feels like homework, people quit. So today we're doing something different. We're stripping tracking down to its simplest, most effective forms. No fancy apps required. By the end of this video, you'll know how to track spending in under 2 minutes a day, why simple systems outperform complex ones, which tracking method matches your personality, and how awareness alone can increase your savings automatically. Tracking is not about judging yourself. Tracking is about seeing patterns, because once you see patterns, you can change them. This is where it gets really interesting. Most financial improvement doesn't happen because of stricter rules. It happens because of clearer visibility. Humans are terrible at remembering small purchases. Why? Because your brain categorizes spending emotionally, not mathematically. Your brain remembers big purchases, painful purchases, unusual purchases. It forgets routine spending, convenient spending, emotional spending, which means your memory is financially biased. Tracking corrects that bias. Method number 1, the receipt snapshot method. This is the easiest method for beginners. Every time you spend money, take a photo of the receipt. That's it. At the end of the week, scroll your photos, add totals. Why does this work? Because friction is low. Here's what most people don't realize. The best tracking system isn't the most advanced one. It's the one you'll actually use. Method number 2, the 3 category method. If detailed tracking overwhelms you, simplify that. They could mean a detailed tracking for the spending. If you do not make a good money, it should conclude the best skill gather. Method number 2, the 3C category method. If detailed tracking in the spending, it's always the most individual from what you do, because this one of the 3C category method as the extra detailed tracking method. Method number 2, the 3C category method. It's the one your multiple adverts perform. Here's what most people don't realize. The best tracking system is an extra detailed tracking method. Describe them. And methods you simplify categories to just 3: needs, wants, future. Every expense goes into one of those. Example, groceries to needs, streaming to wants, savings to future. This takes seconds, and it gives clarity fast. Real math example. Let's say in 1 week you spend needs to $420, wants to $310, future to $70, total to $800. Immediately you see the problem. Wants are almost as high as needs. future is tiny. You didn't feel irresponsible, but the math tells the truth. Method number 3, the 60-second daily check. This is David's favorite for busy people. Once a day, open your bank app, write down your current balance. That's it. After 7 days, you'll see a pattern. When your balance drops fastest, which days you spend most, how often you buy impulsively. No categories, no calculations, just awareness. And awareness changes behavior automatically. Studies in behavioral psychology show that self-monitoring alone can change behavior, even without rules or penalties. People who simply observe their habits improve them. Why? Because awareness creates friction. You pause, you think, you choose. Tracking turns autopilot into manual control. Method number 4, the cash trace method. Withdraw a fixed amount for discretionary spending. Let's say $200 per week. Every purchase comes from that cash. When it's gone, it's gone. You don't need an app to track. Your wallet tracks for you. This works especially well for impulse spenders. Method number 5, the weekly money meeting. Set 1 day per week. Sit down for 10 minutes. Ask yourself, what did I spend? What surprised me? What would I change? That's it. No spreadsheets required. Consistency beats complexity. Here's what most people don't realize. They quit tracking because they expect perfection. They miss 1 day, then feel like they failed, then stop entirely. Tracking isn't a test, it's a flashlight. Even imperfect light shows you more than darkness. Now, you might be thinking, David, I don't need tracking. I already know where my money goes. Respectfully, almost nobody does. Even financial professionals are surprised when they track their own spending honestly, because memory is not equal to measurement. I once saw someone track spending for just 5 days. They didn't change anything, they just recorded. At the end of the week, they discovered $118 on coffee, $146 on takeout, $73 on impulse online purchases. Total, $337. They weren't reckless, they were unaware. The next week, spending dropped automatically, without rules. That's the power of visibility. People assume sophisticated tools create better results, but in personal finance, the opposite is usually true. Simple systems. Reduce friction, increase consistency, build habits. Complicated systems. Overwhelm, delay action, create avoidance. The goal isn't impressive tracking. The goal is sustained tracking. This is where it gets really interesting. Tracking often increases savings without forcing it, because once you see your spending clearly, you start asking, do I actually want this? That question is powerful. It turns spending from automatic into intentional. Before this video ends, choose one method. Receipt photos, 3 categories, daily balance check, cash tracking, weekly review. Just one, not all 5. Start tonight. Look, money doesn't disappear, it moves. If you don't track it, it moves without your permission. If you track it, it works for you. Tracking is the moment you stop guessing and start leading. If this mission helped you see your money differently, hit subscribe. If you've ever wondered where your paycheck went, give this video a thumbs up. And remember, you don't need a fancy app to control your money, you just need awareness. I'll see you in the next mission.